let's not waste no time. Let's not waste no time. Let's get right on into it, though, because I got mine. You got yours? You sure? All right. All right. Enough said. So, what was that? What was that? That was weird. Adam, if that's you, all right, let's do this again. So, okay. Adam, that was you. Okay. All right. No. Go ahead. Get it out. Get it all out before I start this video. Come on. Cause I don't want to beat. Come on. Get it all. You sure? Everything's all out. Okay. I don't want to hear whatever the hell that was. Come on. I'm trying to entertain these people. Come on. Come on. Are we good? We straight? You sure? Come on, B. Don't mess with me. All right. All right. Sup? I'm about to beat the hell out of you after this video's over. Sup, though? Don't stop looking at me, Adam, please. Okay? Right.
Meeting my ex-girlfriend's family during the holidays was the worst weekend of my life.
Why?
They lived in a different state than my ex Kaylee and I. We were on Long Island in New York. They were all the way up in Vermont. Our relationship was still kind of new, but she seemed to think it was serious enough for her parents to invite the two of us up there for Christmas.
Okay.
Kaylee had a really small family, so apparently it would be just the two of us, her brother, and her parents. Pulling up to the house was a pleasant surprise. The house was beautiful, and it stood on a huge, well-kept property secluded from any other houses. As Kaylee and I got out of my truck, her parents came out to the porch to greet us. First impressions, they seemed friendly and weird.
There it is.
An unexplainable type of friendly. The father didn't smile, but he shook my hand, patted me on the back, and said it was great to meet me. The mother hugged me, showing a lot more emotion, but something about her face was a bit off-putting. She had a really wide smile that seemed a bit exaggerated.
I don't know.
The house was as beautiful inside as it was outside. It had a wooden lodge-type atmosphere to it. A little while later, I met Katie's brother Paul, who got home from work. He was a really socially awkward dude. He had a bowl cut and had a whole tattoo sleeve running up his arm. We had dinner, which was awkward at certain moments, but other than that, it was kind of normal. After dinner, we watched a Christmas movie in the living room. I tried not to make eye contact, but I could tell Paul kept looking at me for extended periods of time, on a few different occasions. At one point, I finally looked back at him, and we locked eyes for like 3 seconds before he turned back to the TV.
It's a long time.
He was giving me the most judgmental stare I'd ever seen, and it made me only more uncomfortable. At the end of the night, Kaylee and I were in the guest room, which had an attached bathroom. Kaylee was in the bathroom. She left her phone on the nightstand. I saw she got a text from her mom, and for some reason, feeling a bit snoopy, I got up to read it. It was not at all what I was expecting, and it changed the whole night completely. Briefly on the screen, it said, Text from Mom. Do you think he suspects anything yet?
What the hell?
But the message quickly switched to new message. I'm guessing because she had iMessage notifications set to hide once the phone locks. I wanted to read what was said before that, but her phone had a password, unfortunately.
See, something wrong.
I could actually feel my heart pumping now.
You better pump
Kaylee came back into the room.
Yeah.
I kind of gave her the cold shoulder because my mind was racing.
You better pump them. Man. Who? You better pump them Adidas. That's all I'm saying. Pump them Adidas and start hauling. Does he suspect anything? Are you serious, bro? Your family is already awkward. Then I get a text from your mom saying, does he suspect anything? Are you serious? Come on, bro. In a house that's secluded from any other houses. I really don't know if I use secluded in the right, if that's the right term. If I use that in the right setting. But it feels like I said it right. So I'm gonna go with secluded. Just saying, I really hope you have on your Adidas or you brought it with you. Like either way works fine with me. What doesn't work fine with me is you not having your Adidas. That's all I'm saying,
He seemed to notice. She was texting on her phone for a bit before turning out the lamp and going to sleep. I couldn't sleep, though. I was rolling around for hours wondering what that text meant.
You need to roll
if
up.
It was about me. And what the hell was up with her brother? It was exactly 2 in the morning when I heard Kaylee get out of bed. But she was doing so very quietly.
Right.
Normally I'd find this to be a kind gesture, but under the circumstances, I was finding this suspicious now.
Con man.
I didn't move. I pretended to still be asleep. I heard her come to my side of the bed and stand there for a few moments.
Oh no.
Then leaving the room and walking downstairs. Then I heard someone else walking downstairs. And then another person. Something was going on.
It was like, get out.
I went over to the top of the stairs to listen to what was going on downstairs. There was a bunch of talking, but in very low voices. I walked down a few stairs quietly. The talking was coming from the dining room by the stairs. It sounded like they were planning something. I heard Kaylee say something like, "When I go back up, you stand by the door." Then I heard her brother say something. But what was going on was really starting to hit me in the face. Or at least what I think was going on. I went back to the room to grab my stuff and leave. As I was grabbing the keys, I noticed something in the corner of the room. I turned the lamp on, which exposed Kaylee's dad sitting in a chair in the corner of the room, blank expression on his face behind his glasses, staring at me. I screamed at least 4 times, "You're all crazy," as I ran to my car. I put the car in drive, practically before the car was even fully on, and floored it out of that long driveway back to the road.
There you go.
I didn't stop once except for gas. And at that gas stop, I checked my phone and saw Kaylee texted me saying, "What the fuck happened?" I didn't respond. Not until later that night when I got home. I said, "I don't know what you and your sick family were planning on doing to me. I don't want to know. Don't ever contact me or come near me again, and I won't report this." I said this only because I knew there was no proof at all of what happened, or what might have been about to happen. She never replied.
God darn. It's like that movie Get Out.
It was Christmas Eve night, 1 in the morning. I was in our den watching TV because I always like to stay up extra late on Christmas Eve. To make things more festive and cozy feeling, it was during a snowstorm. I left the window open and the backyard light on just so I could also have the view of the snow in the backyard. I was focused on the TV at the moment, but through my peripheral vision, I thought I could briefly see something in the backyard.
No.
I turned to the window, but besides the falling snow, there was nothing going on out there.
No. Nope.
Still, I got up and went to the window just to be sure.
Why? What the hell?
Nothing. I sat back down on the couch. but now I was constantly checking the window to see if anything was outside. About 10 minutes later, I calmed down and forgot about it and reverted my full attention back to the movie. Then I heard, loud and clear, the backyard gate slam shut.
No. No.
Now I almost knew someone was back there. I slipped on my shoes and a jacket and went out to the backyard to check it out. There were boot marks in the snow, leading from one gate across the yard to the other gate. I was not feeling brave enough to follow them, so I went back inside. As I was taking off my boots and jacket, I saw a track of wet, muddy snow on the den carpet, leading from the office to the hallway that led to the living room. That was also the way to my parents' room. First, I had to go to the office to see how they broke in. So I followed the boot marks to the office without turning on any lights to make my presence known.
Thank you.
I was expecting to see one of the windows busted open, but everything was intact. Then I realized the boot marks didn't start in this room. They ended in this room.
Oh my God.
I slowly lifted my head up to the garage door in the corner of the room. It was open, and right under the doorway, there was someone in a winter coat, jeans, and boots, squatting down as if trying to hide, back facing me, but his head turned to look at me. I stood there with my mouth open in horror for a few seconds before I ran for it to my parents' room, screaming the whole way there. I got my dad to come out as quickly as possible, and on our way to the garage together, we heard the actual garage door opening. By the time we got there, the intruder was gone. Realistically, we could have followed his boot marks, but who knows how far he'd gotten by that point. We found out he broke in through an unlocked living room window. Just goes to show if somebody has intentions of breaking into your house, they'll find a way, which is why you should always lock all your doors and windows.
Always. Always. Not sometimes. Not every now and then. Not once in a blue moon. Always. Always, 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 always. Don't, man.
I'm the oldest of 4, and during the events of this story, I was 16, my younger sister was 11, and my 2 younger brothers were 8 and 7. My parents and their group of friends were part of a club that was basically for rich, snobby people. The club always hosted a Christmas party one night in December each year at a big fancy firehouse. Of course, for all the younger kids, like my siblings, somebody would always dress up as Santa Claus and hand out the presents that were left in a sack by a chair, which had a red blanket over it. This year, my dad's best friend Michael was dressing up as Santa. He was sitting at the same table as us, so when the time came for him to leave and get changed into the Santa suit, I saw him get up and walk out the door. There were like 20 young kids there, they never noticed. Everyone was having a good time, chatting and whatnot, kids playing on the floor in the center of the room, when the door to the firehouse opened and bells were heard jingling. All the kids jumped up yelling Santa, and in came Michael in a surprisingly unimpressive Santa costume. It honestly looked like the cheapest thing he could find at Party City. A serious downgrade from last year. The hat and beard were alright, but the costume just seemed cheap. Not the usual costume the club supplied. He chuckled and did his best Santa impression. I had to say, he was doing a really good job of changing his voice, though. I saw a few of my parents' friends whispering to each other. Michael grabbed the bag of gifts and said in his best Santa voice he'd be right back with the presents. He sounded so different, though. He walked out the door with the bag of gifts. That's when my dad and a couple other guys ran after him yelling, "Hey." I still didn't know what was going on. Not until my mom told me that wasn't Michael. I wanted to feel important, I guess, so I ran outside to the parking lot as well, where I found my dad and 2 other guys standing there, looking around dumbfounded. The man dressed as Santa was gone. The real thing they were concerned about was where Michael was. Michael's car was also missing. I asked them if they were sure that wasn't Michael. They were all positive, though. We tried calling Michael, but his phone was off. We tried his house phone after a while, too, which went to voicemail. We had to send a search party, but we couldn't find him anywhere, though. Eventually, my dad and I returned to the firehouse to pick up my mom and siblings. Just about everyone went home by then. I waited outside. I heard a scream for help in the distance. It came from the woods, deep in the woods. I ran to the tree line to scream back Michael's name. He yelled back help again. It was him.
No.
I was too excited to go back for my dad, so I ran into the woods following his screams for help, and I found him, tied to a tree in a bloody mess. Blood was dripping from his forehead down to his face. He looked like he'd been beaten by a blunt object. I cut the little rope with my key, and he struggled to his feet. I walked him back to the parking lot, and he screamed when he saw his car was gone. When Michael left the building planning to get changed into the Santa costume, he was jumped by 3 guys wearing masks, one of whom struck him in the forehead with something metal repeatedly until he was knocked out. Next thing he knew, he woke up tied to a tree in the woods. It's sick to think that 3 or 4 men could have set up a plan like this, involving harming somebody just to steal a bunch of gifts from children, some of them pretty expensive. And to add insult to injury, they stole Michael's $50,000 car. I felt terrible for him, and I still do. It's not the kind of story that he can just bring up for fun. It's still a painful story to tell, even for me.
Man. I'm kind of iffy about going back for people or rescuing people, right? But that's one. 2, right? Cause I'm not. I'm kind of so about risking my life. But if you in the woods, you cancel Christmas, cancel all that. Like I'm not about to. Nah. Like if I hear you out in the woods and you say you need help, and I'm the only one around that can help you, I'm sorry to say, but I think my exact words would be if you called out for help and you was like tied up to a tree in the woods, like deep in the woods. I think my exact words would be, best of luck to you. Sorry. You should have hauled it. You should have kicked rocks when you had the chance. But you was playing. You was playing, though. It's not, I'm not gonna feel right if I save you, if I save your life, knowing you was playing this whole time. I can't do that. I just can't. I'm sorry, but yeah. I know some of y'all would have, helped him out in the woods. I know some of y'all would have either, because I know some of y'all are like probably brave and can fight or like to help people. I like to help people. Don't get me wrong. But when there's a possibility of your life or my life being in danger, that's when I part ways with you. That's when we separate, disperse. I was about to say disperse. But yeah. If you noticed throughout this whole video, I don't think I cursed. But because YouTube is on some, YouTube is playing with us right now. So, I'm gonna try my best not to curse. I'm trying my hardest because y'all know I love to curse. It's like second nature. It's like a second language to me. It just comes out naturally. Like there are times when I curse so much, bruh. Like that's crazy. I wasn't always like this, but it's like one day I cursed and I never stopped. Like it didn't change me as a person, but I just curse, you know. But yeah, YouTube is, they don't really like you cursing anymore. So I'm gonna try my best not to curse. I know that might be a little bit weird for you all not to hear me curse, but like y'all think I curse a lot in these videos outside of YouTube, like off camera. Oh my god, my mouth is filthy. But I use it, and I use it like with no disrespect. You know, I may use it, you know, disrespect, like not disrespect, but like, I don't know, like I don't use it to hurt people. I don't use it to disrespect people. But like if I'm with my friends, I might go on you, I might join on you, or you know, I might, you know. But like that's crazy. Like I don't mind censoring myself, but it's hard. It's so hard when you've been. Oh my god. But just know that I'm trying. You know, I may slip up. I may slip up every now and then, but I'm gonna try, really try not to curse. Cause yeah, YouTube is, they need to get their stuff together. What happened to YouTube? Like I've been on YouTube for a very long time. And back when I first started, YouTube was good. YouTube was awesome. Now YouTube has changed drastically. But it is what it is. YouTube is a business, and I understand and I respect that. But like I said, I'm gonna try my best not to curse no more. In videos outside of off camera. No. Like I curse so bad, I curse so much that like customers at my job would hear me curse. Even when I was working at Chipotle, customers heard me curse. It's just a second. It's like it's wow. Why did I stutter? But it's just who I am. Like I don't know. It's just who I am now. And I've been cursing for a very long time. But yeah, on camera, I'm gonna try my best not to curse. I may slip up, but yeah, it's okay. Off camera, cursing. Like a mother. I can't even say that. God. But yeah, it is what it is. Keep it cool. Keep it classy. And wait a minute. Wait. If you watching this with your cuddle buddy, tell your cuddle buddy I said, what's good? That's it. I hope you're good. I hope, I hope you're happy. And I don't really know what else to say. I hope you had a good time watching this video. So, yeah. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy. My family. Boom.